I'm laughing at y'all niggas.
Yeah. Give it to me now.
Y'all niggas real funny.
Money Mafia taking over. Yeah.
We clocking. We sliding.
I'm your first lady, riding that black Mercedes. Set up your nigga, got him saying I'm that first lady. Baby, your mouth is sassy. With a raising the dirty sauce. That soft like baking soda. I hit you with arm and hammer. I'm a boss, bitch. You talk shit, I walk it. AK, what nigga with the full clip? Things you dream about, I already did it. From streets to cul-de-sacs, from dimes to pound bags. I'm bragging, but these are facts. I say, your head bobbing, I'm back. Man, you're robbing, I got these trucks knocking. I'm rolling that purple stuff and drinking that Grey Goose. I roll up to the club, buy 20 or more. Now, if you looking for that work, my nigga, we got it. Posted on the block.
Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Happy Tuesday on the cusp of a holiday. What up, Prosperity 26? Y'all get on in here. Get on in here. Drop what y'all ate or drank in the chat. I've gone live a little later than usual. And what up, T-Real? What's happening? So I'm gonna tell y'all, I had some leftovers from yesterday because yesterday I was feeling real like I wanted some Jamaican food. So I made some candied oxtails. I know y'all probably like, what the hell? Yes, it was in my head and I wanted to make it. So I made some candied oxtails, some chicken that I had to bake on a wire rack to kind of give me that barbecue feel because it rained. It been pouring down raining here. Rice and peas and some cabbage. So yeah, that's what I had yesterday and today because it's a leftover. And I'm drinking me some H2O. Y'all get on in here, get in here, get in here. I'm doing a quick read the room before I get into my topic. Listen, y'all. I'm saying this publicly. I did let a certain content creator know this privately, but I'm gonna say it publicly. I do not want to be in any more of this YouTube drama. I do not want to be involved in any of this YouTube drama. Somebody gonna get hurt. It's in my spirit, and I want out of it. I didn't ask to be in it to begin with. I do not vibrate that low. I can't go back and forth. I don't like the drama. I don't like the chaos. I don't like the he say, she say, they say. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. That's all I got to say, because somebody is going to get hurt. And that's the reason why we all know each other, because two women going back and forth on social media and they messed around and saw each other, and bam, two people inside a wall. One is deceased in the wall, one is alive in the wall. I'm not interested in participating in it. I do not like it. It is not okay for grown women to act this way. It is not okay. This is not, when I say this is not okay, it's not okay. It's giving mental health because of our age, but it's not okay. So if you could leave Eddonis alone, leave me out of it, find another way to get y'all some content. It's perfectly okay to start your own reality TV show. Y'all can sit back there and write y'all some scripts. Handle that. All right. Read the room. Yeah, I have not been bothering nobody in the past couple weeks. And ain't nobody really been bothering me because people have been sending shots. They just ain't worth the reply. So this is my first lead time replying. Let it go. Eddonis won't out. I'm in Atlanta. I'm not up there in Chicago. I'm not in Wisconsin. I'm not in Florida. I'm not in Baltimore. I'm not in none of these cities. I'm right here in Atlanta. And I want to go back to my humble abode and my peaceful life. Please and thank you. Next is my topic. Are people secretly addicted to drama because peace feels boring? I'm going to tell you now, I'm boring as hell. In real life, I am absolutely boring. I like to chill. I like to do things that are safe because I grew up fast in the streets of Atlanta. If you've been out here in these streets and you make it to be, I'll be 42 at the end of June. If you make it to my age after you done did all the stuff I done did, you gonna like some peace. Peace is so much fun and so chill. You okay? Okay, I guess that's my son up downstairs. But anyway, so tonight we're gonna make some people feel very uncomfortable because we live in a world where peace don't trend, but drama goes viral in seconds. When my page moved. Some people claim they hate negativity, but somehow always surrounded by it, always watching it, always posting it, and always discussing it. So tonight we're asking real questions. Are people secretly addicted to drama because it feels boring? Not just online, in relationships, friendships, families, content creations, everywhere. And tonight we're going to tell the truth. Now, y'all answer the question. Are some people addicted to drama because peace is boring? Now, for me, drama raises my blood pressure because I can't wrap my head around constant miscommunications. Like, I just want y'all to understand, I cannot stand constant miscommunications where I have to go, no, I didn't say this, I said that. No, I didn't say this, I said that. No, that's not what I do not like that. I can't stand it. It grinds my gears. It really, 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 really grinds my gears. To me, someone that create drama is like a mental health patient because I don't understand, because some people, peace is drama and then vice versa. Some people, you can be chilling and because it's not any friction, it don't feel right for them. So what's happening, Barbara? Appreciate you for pulling up. So I watched this. There was a lady, it was to a minister, their husband and wives. They put a snake on, I believe, some silk, and the snake could not go forwards or backwards. It was just slithering in place. And basically, in the spirit realm, a lot of chaos is snake energy. So when it's something smooth, the snake can't move. Most snakes can only move on rigid, something rough where it can grasp onto it. So to me, that's what drama versus peace is. Drama is rigid, and the snake can move because it's something it can grab on and move to the next thing. When it's peaceful and smooth, a snake can't move. It just slithers in place. So that's what I learned when they did this. And they did it live in a church. It was like a yellow and white snake they put on it. And I was like, oh, I mean, that thing was just slithering in place and couldn't go nowhere. So, yeah, that's why I want to give y'all that analogy for drama versus peace. Also, let me go to my next thing. Silence makes them uncomfortable, and them is people that likes drama. Silence makes them uncomfortable. Calmness makes them anxious. Healthy relationships feel too quiet. No arguments, no confusion, no emotional roller coaster. Suddenly they think something is wrong. Now, I done been in one of them relationships before. I have been with, especially women, that have told me that they like to fight. And I couldn't understand what you mean you like to fight. Like, I don't like fighting. Like, fighting is just not, it's not cool. It's uncool for me to fight. Like, but some people say they just like, I guess, the back and forth, the anxiety that comes with it. Me, that's too much. If you grew up in fast-paced cities like your Atlantas, your Houstons, your Miamis, and you actually made it out the hood, you ain't gonna like that kind of activity because you know what that activity leads to. One thing I know about growing up in the streets of Atlanta, this kind of activity does lead to somebody losing their life because eventually the devil gonna show up, but he already in the building. It's just that the other demonic forces is just kind of chilling until it's the perfect time. So I just believe in seeing it for what it is and dissecting it for what it is. Because some people are raised to vibrate like that. What up, Nadine? Appreciate you pulling up, sugar. Thank you. Yeah, some people are raised to vibrate like that, and everybody not raised in that kind of atmosphere. And I'm one of them. Like I wasn't. I seen it. I dealt with it, but it's not in me. Gossip and giggles. What's happening? What's happening? Thank you for pulling up tonight. Thank you. Yeah, it's just not in me. So also, social media has made it worse. Now I am old enough to have been alive before YouTube. Yes, I am a dinosaur. I was alive before YouTube, MySpace, Facebook. I was alive when the first internet came out with your AOL, where we had dial up. We had dial up internet where you had to wait until your mom and them get off the phone to use the internet, or if you're in the middle of using the internet, they gonna pick up the phone and your internet gonna get off. So that's my age group. I'm a dinosaur. So this stuff right here is very new to me. I am so used to if there's a problem, you pull up on that person directly and handle that. This is completely and totally new. So social media has definitely made this worse because internet rewards conflict. Yes, they reward it with likes, views, super chats, going viral. It's crazy. Like the way they reward conflict and drama is really bad. It's really bad for the human race, actually, because nobody is it's to the point where nobody is correcting anybody anymore. If you notice, the older people that was correcting people, they dying out. Nobody is correcting the younger people. And then the people that's my age is the older people, and they lost in the sauce too and can't correct nobody that's 10, 15 years younger than them. So this is a problem. It's problematic, especially amongst the black community, that what I'm seeing, this is a problematic thing. The louder the argument, the bigger the audience, the messier the situation, the more views it get. People say they're tired of drama, but get notifications and tune into it. I tell you right now, if I make a messy topic, right, and I was testing my own thing out. What up, Princess Period? You said we let them be and create our own community the right way. Absolutely, that's all we can do is basically create our own tribe. What I've seen is you know, now I lost my little train of thought. But yeah, you get notifications, you tune into it. And that's what I was talking about. I noticed with my own content, if I create a racy topic, views is through the roof. If I just randomly go live or have a more of a godly topic, very low views. So it goes to show that if I create a racy, controversial topic, everybody tune in to see what I got to say. But if it's just pretty much a positive topic, very low views, and I'm cool with it. I rather have very low views and be in God's good graces than high views and on the way to hell. I'm gonna say it again. I rather have low views and be in God's good side than high views on the highway to hell. So I'm cool with not being so famous and having minimum views. Nadine said all that negativity messes with my spirit. It messes with mine too. I've been chilling, really kind of just trying to see which way to go. I said quality is better. Quality is better than quantity, Princess Pierre. Absolutely. I believe in quality now and quantity. And like I said, I did a little test. A lot of times I will test the waters and see, let me see if I be racy today and see how many views versus being regular. And I realized, yeah, drama sells. Now, am I gonna sell my soul for some drama? No. No. It's not worth it. It's to me, when you're vibrating on drama, gossip, mess, you vibrating over there with the devil. Me and Holmes ain't cool. I don't like them. We ain't cool. Period. Like that. No, it's just not. It's just not. It doesn't feel good. If you can feel good after doing certain things that's on a very low scale, I can't be around you. I can't. My soul won't let me. And also, bring me to my next topic. It is dangerous spiritually to do that. It's very dangerous spiritually. Because eventually you become what you constantly, why my damn computer? You what you constantly consume. Like when they say you are what you eat, you are what you consume. If all you consume, what is this? Oh, that's my water. I'm like, what going? I kept hearing this little clicking noise. The ice in my drink. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. If you consume drama, mess, filth all day, you are putting that in your spirit. And it's no different than if you drove by and ate McDonald's every day and you're trying to figure out why you 10,000 pounds. It is what it is. I'm trying to. He said, you say you run all your good supporters away when you full of mess and drama. Absolutely, me Barbara. I don't. But wait, some people, but it's somebody for everybody. If everybody don't like mess, everybody don't like drama. Some people like peace, and some people like it. It's somebody for everybody on this planet. It's just that when you consume all that, you become what you consume. It gets in your soul, and it will infiltrate your soul. So I'm gonna ask God to work with me on my tongue, and y'all been hearing that just about every live. I've been trying to stop using profanity. I'm gonna keep speaking it until I finally stop using it. I promise y'all. Eventually, I'm gonna work that thing out in my vocabulary. It's been a part of my life, my whole life, and being a rapper didn't help, especially in my younger days. So now I'm trying to rewire and do some things and use different vocabulary words. So I'm going to look up certain definitions of certain terms, and also we're gonna line it up with the Bible as well. And that's really what I would call on this YouTube thing to do. It really, talk about God, bring people to God. Now I can't convert nobody, but I definitely will, tell you, hey, this is a safe place for you to learn about God over here, because I'm human. Because a lot of folk don't fit in certain churches because they get looked at funny, or people look at them for how they dress or how they look or how they speak, and you might just feel comfortable with hearing my God. For me, because I'm a regular human who's gone through a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, I never walked away from God. Now I might have fell back a little bit, but I just completely turned away. No, I've never turned away, and I thank God for not taking His hands off me. So you're welcome to come here and kick it with me and be your authentic self. No matter what you into, you come on over here and sit down, and we can talk about God together. No matter what you got going on, because one thing about it, if somebody tell you they don't sin, they's a liar. And if somebody tell you they don't lie, they're a liar too. So yeah, come on over here and sit down. So we're gonna look up the words messy. Now I'm going by AI. And the definition of messy it's an adjective, and it describes something that is dirty, disorganized, or chaotic. It broadly covers physical untidiness, such as a cluttered room, clumsy habits, a messy cook, or complex, unpleasant situations that are difficult to resolve, such as a messy divorce or legal disputes. So messy is something dirty. Just putting that out there. So the next thing is gossip. Now, the first thing that came to me when I was on different panels was I was getting convicted of my speech and the word gossip. I'm not into gossip at all. I'm just gonna say what it is and make sure that I can back it up. That's it. That's all. Gossiping to me involves lying or spreading misinformation or spreading something about somebody. So I'm not into that. So what up, Tam Chose? Appreciate you for pulling up on me tonight. So gossip is a casual, informal conversation about other person private lives that typically involves rumors, personal details, or unverified information. While it is frequently viewed negatively as unkind or malicious, evolutionary psychologists note that It historically serves as a tool for social bonding, building trust, and establishing group norms. Now, that's the oh yeah, this was the best part of reading it. It says the linguistic origin. Old English source. The term originates from Godzip. It says it's a combination of the word God with the lowercase g and sib, which is crazy. I'm gonna say it again. It's a combination of the word God with the lowercase g and sib. It's originally meaning it was referring to a spiritual sponsor at a baptism, known today as a godparent, shift to idle talk. So they shifted to meaning idle talk. By the 16th century, it involved and described close female friends. Crazy word. Close female friends who gathered during childbirth, eventually shifting to mean anyone engaging in light casual chatter. So I went to biblical. Like I said, that gossip thing really kind of like on my spirit. So the biblical definition of gossip, scriptures refer to gossipers using the terms like talebearers, busybodies, or whisperers. Faith traditions and biblical teachings generally define the sin of gossip as sharing privileged information with people who are neither part of the problem nor part of the solution. Bearing bad news behind someone's back out of malicious or prideful heart, revealing secrets or exposing embarrassing details without a valid, loving reason. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of that. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm definitely guilty of that. We're not gonna act like I ain't know. I do know. And that one did it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna come on here and act like ain't nobody done it. You alive, you say you ain't gossiped. In matter of fact, if you on this thing with all of us, you have absolutely gossiped before. So it's a key scriptures condemning gossip. The Bible addresses the dangers of the tongue in both the Old and New Testament. So Proverbs 16:28 said, a perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. And that's funny. A perverse person stirs up conflict. That's you have to be perverse to think of ways to keep problems going. That is definitely some perverse stuff. Now, Romans chapter 1, 29 verse through 30. Paul's lists gossip and slandering alongside with greed, murder, and malice as trait of a depraved mind. That's wild work. That's wild work. Hey, that's wild work. That's why I don't want to be a part of it because I don't have a depraved mind. I can't think of, you know what I'm saying? Like depraved is let me look at we're gonna look up depraved because that's because of this case right here, there's a whole lot of depravity going on, right? And I don't even know if depravity is a word, but depraved mind, depraved definition. So we can make sure we're on the right track with it. Let me put in AI mode. Depraved is adjective used to describe something or someone that is morally corrupt, wicked, or perverted. So what I've seen doing my little stint with this is a lot of perverse people. It's definitely yeah, it's perverted. And perverted ain't always got to do with sexual. It's a whole lot of things that's just perverted. And perverted means you're doing something the opposite of its normal use. Ephesians 4:29 said, believers are commanded, let no corrupt talk come out your mouth, but only such is good for the building up. I've been guilty of that. I have definitely been talking sideways. That's why, and I do a lot of this stuff I do because I like to cook. I don't mind accountability and checking myself. Like a lot of folk got that issue with self-checking. And I don't mind publicly checking myself either, cause I ain't no shame in my game over here. Like it's up over here. I can actually check myself publicly. James chapter 3, verse 5 says the tongue is compared to a small spark that sets an entire forest on fire, illustrating how quick malicious talk spread. So that's why drama sells so much because it's like starting a fire. A fire spreads with air. If you know, like look at the scientific parts of fire. Fire needs air to grow. That all it needs. Ask somebody like the barbecue. When I need that when I need that flame to get hot, I open up all the gates on my little pit for that flame to stay. But if you want to put out a fire, you have to smother it. So that's why drama sells so fast is because it's like air. It just spreads. The fire just keep going and keep going and keep going. Peace don't operate like that. Peace is a total inside job. You you really got to be, to me, rocking with Jesus and God to have true peace. That's what I'm looking at on that. So I wanted to bring up those definitions for such things, so people can understand what mess is, what gossip is, and what a depraved mind is. A lot of us don't vibe got them low vibrational situations that belong to the devil. I'm not gonna even lie to you. The drama, the bickering, the confusion, all that belongs to the devil. I don't like them. Anyway, let me get back to my script. So, the first Bible verse on my script outside of what I just read is 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace." As we say, God ain't gonna bless no mess. He not. I ain't seen God bless a mess yet. Because it's dirty, it's unclean, it's not of God. Now, if it's of God, it blessing is on it. But if it ain't of God, man, you cancel Christmas on the blessing. And don't be caught out there too. Don't get caught outside when you done been warned on several occasions not to do something. Like me, I be taking heed. Now, I ain't gonna act like I'm the smartest in the book, but I do be listening to God and I do be attempting to make the necessary change before calamity strikes. And that's what these women in this movement, they definitely need to understand, like, take heed to God warnings before calamity strike. Pride come before a fall. And that God does give warning before destruction. So a lot of folk get mad at God about destruction in their life when you got warned. You already knew what was up. So if confusion constantly surrounds somebody, at what point do we admit they feeding it? Like, yeah, if you constantly got drama around you, constant, why you the common denominator? Remember, you are the common denominator. Something always around you. Drama is just swirling and swirling around you. You that person that's feeding. And that's a spirit too. Like you keep feeding that demon, you're gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's why, to me, in some cases, it's best to just buy out, hey, you won. Whatever you win, you won. Whatever prize at the end of the tunnel, you won it. So the next verse is Proverbs 26:20. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down. Some fires only stay alive because people keep feeding it. That you keep giving it wood. Keep throwing a log on top of it, another log on top of it, and another log, and you just keep going and going and going and going. So without gossip, that means without folk, spreading it, it eventually dies out. So it best to certain situations, just let it die. That's what I was doing for the past couple weeks, was not going live, talking about different stuff, so it it can just bypass and keep it pushing. So why drama spreads faster than peace? Why does negativity move faster than positivity? You could post success, peace, growth, healing, and it barely get engagement, which is true. If you post something positive, like even positive music, positive rap music, if you hear somebody rapping about go to college, go get an education, if you see a group of women talking about, be celibate, be abstinent, wait till you get married, things like that, it don't blow up. But if you take that same group of women and tell it, and they go out here and tell these women to be thotties and harlots and hoes and stuff like that podcast will blow up. But if you talking positive stuff you can use, very educated things, it don't blow up that fast. It take a little minute for it to blow up. But it don't move as fast as the stuff that's on the polar opposite end. But let somebody embarrassing themselves, not everybody watching. And I'm gonna tell you, when I tell some of my friends about this YouTube journey, one of my buddies like, are you gonna take the bait? And I'm like, what you mean the bait? You like, shoot, there's a lot of folk that famous on YouTube, but they broke. Famous on social media, but they really ain't got nothing. They really, really like in real life broke. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? He was like, well, they famous. And that's it. Like they doing all this stuff, they getting the attention, but they either homeless, they ain't got no place to stay, they got nothing. And I was like, nah, I said, I'm cool with just being a regular talk show. And if I got some regulars, I'm cool. I said, but I'm not willing to sell my soul like that. I said, because that seemed to me like circus activity. If you doing stuff for attention, and of course people gonna talk about you, good, bad, negative, but you it needs to last the imprint. Like you got to really like put yourself out there and do stuff you probably wouldn't normally do just for someone to hit that like button. Barbara says some people don't even believe in God and they are lost soul. Yeah, some of them folk that gave up the soul, man. Yeah, me and Barbara, it's some folk really walking around here that's not human. It's some non-human folk. Well, matter of fact, before I go to this one, I was on Facebook and it was a black dude. And across the post, it said he did what to 50 Cent kids. So he's a predator. And when he was talking, I looked at his eye. His eye was completely black. Like he had literally no soul. So basically, this man here said he never forced himself on the kids and nothing like that. He used charm to get children to do sexual activities with him. And I was like, it blew me. It literally blew me that this man said he used charm. What up, Only Smiles? That he used charm. And I'm assuming these children, because he said some of them need a place to stay. So I'm assuming these are more or less like teenagers that are on the cusp of adulthood. But when I looked at his eyes as he was telling this story, it seemed like he got glee out of doing it, like glee out of talking about it. And then he was like, some of the stuff I can't even remember. He says like in the back of my head, and I just like blotted out. But his eyes were so dark and black, like it was like I knew he wasn't a real person. Like he has a body, but something dark is inside the body. So it's a lot of people walking around here who have yielded themselves over to the devil. That's why they don't mind doing certain depraved activities, and it doesn't bother them because they have yielded themselves over to Satan. Like they just went ahead and just like, all right, I'm gonna be dark. Not knowing that when you get down there and listen to them demons and meet the demons you've been listening to, whatever you did on their planet, they're gonna do it to you. So it's unfortunate. But it's some folk around here, Miss Barbara, that don't believe in God or they have yielded themselves completely over. So what was on my little list? Emotional drama stimulates people. Yeah. I typically, we're gonna talk about the algorithm real quick. So you can change your algorithm. And the algorithm, like, and you please, I'm gonna tell you how to change the algorithm on your phones and your computers and everything. Isn't she lovely? What's up? What's up? I appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up. I'm gonna tell you how to change our algorithm because I've done it several times. So before I got right, I was a strip club goer. I was a strip club veteran. My whole page was booty twerking all over the place. And I didn't realize how bad it was to every time I couldn't on my phone. I couldn't open my phone in public, nothing, because on Instagram it was nothing but strippers twerking all over the place. So what I started doing was I'm following the strippers, and you start looking up different stuff. So I started looking up cats, dogs, babies, and then my algorithm slowly started changing to that. I started looking up cooking, looking up different things that slowly changes your algorithm. So basically, for those who got their algorithm set to a bunch of drama, a bunch of dark energy, and it's not just the YouTube stuff. This is even with TV shows, movies. I don't even watch TV shows. Like some people will be trying to tell me about certain reality TV shows, and I can't tell you heads or tails who it is. But every so often, if I see my algorithm is changing to something I don't like, I start searching different things because these phones be listening and it will change your algorithm. And even do that physically in your real life. Change your algorithm. If you're living in the neighborhood, in the hood, and you see that's getting dangerous, nothing's getting better, change your algorithm. Pack up and move. Like some folk got to realize you're gonna have to get out the hood to get away from the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like if you constantly staying in the hood, constantly being around project niggas, constantly being around folk that's doing this bad stuff, and you wonder why you can't grow, you have to change your algorithm in the physical as well, which means move. And the Bibles that come out from amongst them, like if you got a drinking or drug habit and you trying to get off of it, you can't be around people that drink and do drugs. If you're trying to get off drinking and doing drugs, you have to move. So that's my little spiel on the algorithm in the on your phones and in your personal real life. So people get addicted to outrage, gossip, conflict, chaos, emotional spikes. The internet basically became emotional fast food. But a lot of folk don't understand that dopamine chemical that's in your brain, that's where the addiction comes from. Some of this stuff give people a dopamine high. Oh, it just like smoking a blunt. Or doing a do, that dopamine rush, and you want to keep getting that rush. That's why people keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. On the smiles, it's good to know that you know how to change your algorithm. I knew the phones was the police. Listen, on the smile, these phones be listening. I'm gonna tell you, I know these phones be listening. So I had a customer. Let me drink some water real quick. Hold on. I had a customer remodeled his basement, and he wanted a special power just for a cup washer. I had never seen a cup washer because I'm the cup washer, or the dishwasher's a cup washer, and you just set the little cup on the thing, and it sprays soap and water up inside the cup, gets all the crooks and crevices in there. Why, when I leave this man's house, my phone started advertising me this exact cup washer that this man told me about? I have not Googled it. Me and him simply talked about it. So these phones do be listening. They listen. Man, listen. They really be listening. And I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. I don't know if I told y'all this, but when I was in college for like the second time, I tried college 3 different times. Second time I was in college, I met an FBI agent, right? And he wasn't even there looking for me because I'm nobody. But I always smelt like reefer. It says that's because Big Brother's always watching. Nadine, you right? Town chose I fear the TV too. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you about the TVs in a minute. So me, I was I was like 19, 20. So I was always high, smoking reefer. And this is back in the early 2000s. This back when you could take your battery out the back of your phone. So that's how long ago it was. The man said, I know what you do. He said, but I ain't here for you. I was like, praise God. Because I was tutoring this man in math. I was like, why? What? So he's like, he said, take the battery out your phone. He said, these phones record everything. He said, every conversation is recorded. He said, I want you to know that every conversation on these phones is recorded. And he said, leave your phone at home. He said, or take the battery out. After he told me that, and this is before camera phones, okay? We didn't have the internet like that. Straight up, dial out, had to text somebody. You y'all know to text somebody back in the day, you had to push that number one, number two, number three, two, three times to talk. After he said that, I never forgot that for as long as I live. And if you notice now, you can't take the batteries out of these phones. These phones got GPS coordinates in the photos, everything. And these folks think they can outsmart the computers. No, you can't. Tam Chosen said, crazy all these companies owe money, then invading our privacy. On the smile says, so no such thing as invasion of privacy. You don't, ain't no such thing as privacy. Let's keep it a trio book. And if them folk want to know what you doing, all they gotta do is get a court order and you whatever the hell they been listening to against your ass. Listen, y'all think, listen, everybody talk about the privacy law, privacy. Listen, the telephone companies can tell you what devices are on your network. Yes, if you went to your internet service provider right now, they can see exactly how many devices are on your network as you speak. Tam Joe said, Older Smile, right? But when you buy the phone, you don't sign up for yourself to be recorded, only for storage and things. I mean, shoot, who you listen? I don't trust the new car. The new car, I'm not interested in no new car. It was a lady online saying the car wouldn't start because the last person had did the facial recognition in the car, and the car didn't recognize later face, so it wouldn't start. It one of them things like a Tesla or something like that. Now I don't know. I mean, I put a Tesla charger in somebody's house, but actually go buy a Tesla, no. No. I don't like them new cars. It's too much technology. Them folk can hear you, and they know everything you doing and saying in these newer cars. No, I don't do Alexa. None of that. Because I had people having like, you electrician, you ain't got Alexa and all that. No. I don't want the man to hear me. Even though the man can hear me, I don't want the man to hear me. Google too, yeah. Them Google, what's them metal glasses and all that. It sound cute. It sound cute as hell. Until they lock your ass up. They gonna be like, yeah, we saw you looking at something through them glasses. No, sir. No. I think the best way is to just stay as retro as you possibly can. But I mean, what y'all think you're gonna happen? Like you got AI, all this stuff here. So yeah, they know what they doing with these phones and stuff. But yeah, I never forget that man told me that back in the early 2000s. And then he said that also trigger words, certain words you can say that would trigger an investigation. I was like, ooh, we like, ooh. Like I know I told y'all that story about that barber that was warning somebody and almost caught a Fed charge. I'm like, you warn somebody and catch a conspiracy charge? Man, listen. Hey man, if you out here do something stupid, may the Lord be with you. I gotta pray for you. I pray for you though. I set it up. But tell you on the phone not to do it, man, I might have to hang up on you. Cause we talking that crave stuff, I'm gonna hang up. He said, but they can't find all these missing children. Now, Nadine, now you know what they doing. Listen, it ain't that they can't find the missing children, it's that they not looking for them. They know what's going on. Like, can we be real though? I'm slick a conspiracy theorist anyway. Well, how the hell they selling 7 million hamburgers a day at McDonald's? And you're not gonna tell me that's people. You can't tell me you ain't ate no people. If you ate at McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, you done ate some people. Cause we ain't got that many cows. Like we don't have that many cows. to sell 7 million burgers a day. That got to be people's or some form of cardboard or something. No. And then y'all tune into We Need to Talk podcast. It's a lady on there that was part of the Epstein thing. She said they were doing some throwed off stuff to them children. Them children, like, they ain't looking for them kids that missing. And you got organs and stuff like that. Them folks, like, how do you, like, this my thing, right? When somebody need an organ, where they get the organ from? I know people dying every day, but everybody organs ain't donatable. You see what I'm saying? How? Nah, they ain't looking for the missing kids. That's what's happening. Them kids are being bust out to these little islands and stuff, and these up uh them folk the powers that be, the satanic folk doing stuff to these kids. That's to me that's what it is. And it's terrible. And for the ones that survive, they come out here and talk about it. There's some that don't survive some of this stuff, and they'll come out here and tell it. It's pretty bad. And that's why you gotta watch your kids. You said OMG, like, think about it. Like, think about it. Only smiles. You can't have 7 million burgers and we ain't got 7 million cows. Where you get the bird? You got the male and the female cow got to do the do, and then the baby got to get there. Then the baby got to grow up, and then the baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to kill a cow to have a burger. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell was we eating? Like, okay, here's another one. Since I'm a conspiracy theorist, I'm old enough to remember when McDonald's started announcing that their chicken nuggets were 100% white meat chicken. What the hell was we eating before? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got to come out and announce, congratulations, we're now doing 100% chicken, 100% white meat chicken. What were we eating before? You said over 7 million people served up. Isn't she lovely? Listen, hey, we got to keep it real. Where they getting this meat from? You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a little minute for that cow to be an adult cow, but then that cow, all this man says, you know what? Oh yeah, leave McDonald's alone. Don't even fool with it. Listen, because the cow got to grow up before you kill the cow. That cow need to reproduce, so you need to have enough cow for the cow to do the do to make more cows. And if you killing the cows, you see where this is going? Yeah, yeah. Let's just keep it real. I'd rather just get the ground beef from the store and hope it's ground beef. I take my chances at the grocery store before I just volunteer to ask for a human burger with cheese. Not a hamburger, a human burger with cheese. Ah. He said, what do you think about the other burger places? Man, hmm. Now a mom and pop spot. He said the boss Will Lipstein. I don't know who that is. He said, what do you think about the other burger place? Now the mom and pop spots, I'm gonna say that might be real, they might be real burgers. But the rest of these big time places, no, man. Think about this. Okay. If everything controlled by the powers that be, which is the upper power people, don't you think they creating restaurants that gonna kill us too? You say, is it thick sugar? Hey, this the boss person. I'm gonna give you one more comment before I put you up out here. Because it's given, I don't know what you're talking about. So, and the power that be control the food, and we eating the food, and the food ain't real. Because there's too many people that say they've been good in their home country, and they come to the America and get sick. What you think? Like, what you think they doing with the burgers? Why they so famous? Why they make billions of dollars a year? Because remember, you got to do something to get sold. I said, no, I didn't say anything. No, I didn't say nothing. Is a I am finna put you in timeout. Hold on. Yeah, the food. You said the food is eating us. Yeah, but they the ones. They the ones. I'm trying to figure out how to do this thing. They the ones that's like over who blows up and who doesn't blow up. So if the powers that be run the restaurants, yeah, they know that food ain't real, but shoot, where they get it from? Like where they get it from? Why the missing people can't be found? It's a whole little cycle of foolishness going on over here. And then long ago, they would do a test and let the hamburger sit somewhere for like 30 days and it wouldn't mold. The signs of food being real is molding. So how we gonna have something that don't mold? So they've been playing with us for a very long time. They just they strategic with it. That's why like just pay attention, catch the hook. They messing with the food, they messing with the water, they doing the mind control with the social media. Cause that's the biggest thing they got right now. If they could really just get you off track all the way around the board, they got you. Like think about it. The phones is the programming device. If we're at the end of time, right? Just think about it. We're at the end of time. It's in the Bible about what people are at the end of time. It says lovers of money, greed, braggers, boasters, disobedient to parents. That's all the stuff we're seeing right now. And they're programming the younger kids to do that. They're programming the kids not to listen to their parents, to disappear from the house. It's a whole little cycle. Cause you can't tell me that don't missing kids ain't where they going. Why they can't be found. You know what I'm saying? Like think about it. And they don't look, especially if that child is of a certain color. They don't go look for the child. And I talked to a lady doing this voting thing. She was like, every country got a department for social media where they know how to sway the public. So it's deep. It's deep in their phone note. I ain't worried about getting, nobody knocking on my door. But all I'm saying is catch the hook on what they doing. Catch the dang on hook. So I got a question for the audience. Piggyback into my thing. Cause you know how I do. I be done jumped off into a topic and we'll be somewhere else. Why do people support mess more than positivity? If y'all want to answer, drop the answer in the chat. And it said, why does outrage go viral faster? That's another question. And another question, why do people secretly enjoy public humiliation? I'm going to I'm gonna answer the question number 3. Why do people secretly enjoy public humiliation? Now, to me, it goes back to something from school, from high school or something like that. Well, some people got joy, like your bullies got joy in uh picking on someone they thought was less than, or picking on someone that's the weaker party. I think that's why people secretly enjoy humiliation. And it's also a part of being depraved. Some people get a rise, hold on. I'm finna pull it up on my computer. It says, I don't know nobody that likes that has sense. No. Well, we talking about like people, we're talking about like people that's they got, people that like it, or people that like they got a certain thing going on with their brain. Now, me personally, I don't like somebody being public humiliated. I never like seeing somebody getting bullied. And when I was in school, typically when I was in school, when I saw somebody was picking on somebody, and that person seemed to be the bigger part, I always stepped in to help that person. Now that things are dangerous now, I would still go get that person help. But far as just like in school, I ain't go for it because I always thought you was a punk. If you saw somebody you perceived to be weak and start trampling on them or doing stuff to them to get, to make people laugh at them and make them feel bad. And typically people that do that feel bad about themselves. So that's where the misery love company thing come in at. And it takes a while for the person to even realize miserable people can't be miserable by themselves. They have to have other people with them. And the other two question was, why does outrage go viral faster? I think it's public programming. They program that stuff, like the algorithm does it. That's pretty much it. They got the computer that's set to make it go. But the funny part is, it's based on what you're tuning into your phone. Like, I give you a prime example. Say like the case that we all know each other from. If I talk to anybody else in Atlanta, they don't know who Remika is. They have never heard of this woman. It's only because it's in my algorithm. So everybody algorithm is set up different to know different stuff based on what they are accustomed to looking at. So when I tell people about what I'm seeing with this, movement, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm speaking a whole foreign language. They did say some people like Miss. Absolutely. Some people love it. I can't. So yeah, it's everybody has their own personal algorithm. So to me, depending on what you look for, that's why the internet places certain things in certain people faces and places. So that's how I feel outrage go viral. It depends on what you've been looking at the whole time. Why do people support mess more than positivity? I said snake energy. It's demonic energy, and it spreads a lot faster. It's just like if a famous rapper start talking about, "What up, Nicole? I appreciate you pulling up." Say like a famous rapper start rapping about Jesus, he might not be famous no more. He might not be famous to the world. He'd be famous amongst people that follow Jesus, but far as to the world, they might not look at it. And I heard, I like 21 Savage as a rapper. Well, he said something that made me be like, dang, I feel bad. And what I mean by I feel bad, he was like, he said, well, if I rap about Jesus, I'm not gonna be famous. And I'm like, damn, you chose fame. That's bad. If you chose fame, like you chose fame, you took the trick of the enemy. Fame is nothing but being seen, being known, being popular. It's nothing to it. It's not when I say it's nothing to being famous, it's nothing to it. I'd rather have Jesus too, Nadine. Jesus bring peace. I tell you, once I started trying to live decent and right, at first it was hard, but now, man, it's a lot peaceful. Every now and then you can't get into some stuff, but for the most part, man, it's a lot peaceful. And this one right here is that somehow people say I hate drama, but somehow know every detail. Hey, have you met somebody like that? They say they hate drama, but know every detail of the drama. You can't hate it that much. And like now, I ain't gonna front to you. Every now and then I do like a little razzle in my dazzle, but nothing too much. Like don't put the whole shaker in there. Yeah, well, a little bit. I watch it and that's crazy and go on by my way. So, relationship chaos addiction. you laughing down there. This is a little rival. Let's get into relationship. Some people mistake toxicity for passion. Now, before I got into therapy, I was a habitual toxic relationshiper. I mean, back to back toxic relationshipers. Just almost like dating the same person in a different body. I don't know what is about it, what was about it, that kept attracting me to it. And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like toxic and go straight to toxic. And I finally figured out what it was. I had loose boundaries. Yeah, I had to like really check the boundary system that I had in place. A lot of times you can't get into some toxic foolery when you got terrible boundaries. So if somebody's not stressing them out, they think the relationship is boring. Now, this is what I told my therapist about like she said passion and toxic don't mix very well. Passion and toxic to me creates domestic violence. I ain't gonna lie. Passion and toxic creates or domestic violence. That's what I think it creates. And I don't think you people should do that. So I remember telling my therapist when I first got in therapy, I said, I like my person with a splash of crazy. And she's like, excuse me? I said, just a splash of crazy, just a little dash. I don't want them to be all the way crazy. She said, for someone to have a splash of crazy, that means they're crazy. And I didn't realize how crazy I sound saying that. But, I used to joke around like, girl, just a little crazy. Just a little bit. After she said that, I had to sit back and think of like, oh, you're right. To be a splash of crazy, you got to be all the way crazy just to like let it flicker. I'm like, just let the light flicker just a little bit. Kind of like just let your check engine light flicker a little bit. And I know y'all like check engine light flicker. Yeah, just a little flicker. Nicole said, no, not a splash of crazy. Yeah, I had to learn when I said splash of crazy, you got to be all the way crazy to have the splash. Something like putting red dye in something. You be like, I just want a splash of red. It don't work that way. Once you put that red dye in there, it's gonna turn red. So yeah, I realized that I had to be crazy to ask for someone that was splash of crazy. So yeah, I've been working on it though. I've been working. Um, healthy communication is too mature. Consistency is too calm. No fighting. Something's missing. The trauma conditioning. Hey, listen, that's a part of trauma bonding though. That push and pull, tug of war, back and forth. That hot cold. I don't know what kept attracting me to the hot cold thing. Cause I'd be like, damn, why you off today? Then they come back and be warm. They be out, they be warm. But I learned, I say this, for people to understand like drama and stuff like that. Know what your attachment your style is, your attachment style. Mine is avoiding. So usually when I realize this person is doing too much, I retreat and I go to get the hell on. Like I retreat and bust a move. And I've always attracted the direct opposite, someone that has anxious attachment. And I'm like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Like you want to be on the phone with me all day. I can't go to the grocery store. I can't laugh and smile. It get, what I'm saying? They always think you're cheating on somebody or they want to hear every little thing. And another thing I didn't notice though, man, I let me tell you what I picked up on this whole drama thing. Someone that likes to be on the phone with you all day is a stalker. It took my therapist to break this down for me. And I like, what you mean? She be like, yo, someone that could be on the phone with you all day is controlling and is a stalker. They have to know your every single move. And so far, when I took a look back at like the breakups or whatever, and started seeing how the person was reacting, that she was right. Like, pay attention to it. Like, just go back and think of any toxic relationship you've been in, and you done detached, and the person started acting really weird. The signs were there the whole time. So, toxic relationship cycles, emotional highs and lows, makeup, the breakup addiction, chaos becoming comfort. Now, I couldn't get comfortable with superior. Let me see how to say it. Supreme or superior toxic relationship. You Nicole said, who has a child? Yeah, that's a stalker. Listen, Nicole, I legit I gotta tell you about this neighbor. I legit had a stalker for 3 years that I did not. Let me break this down to y'all. So I'm living in my spot about 16 years, 15, 16 years. And my neighbor used to cut my grass, but then he moved away. So I had a man cutting my grass about 10 to 11 years of the time I was being there. And I moved away and came back and needed a yard person. So there was a new neighbor. And I asked home to cut my grass. Can you cut my grass? He was like, cool. But I noticed this man, the first conversation I had with him, man, since we talking about stalking, he dissed his wife. I cannot stand when people diss their significant other. It bothers my soul. Because if the person laying next to you can't trust you, why should I? So the first thing he did said his wife get on his nerves. He's going around and around and around and around. And for me, it was unprofessional. Did job, get the hell off my property. Have a good day. After that, he just started just popping up at my house. Even when he get a new car, hey, I got a new car, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, bro, you ain't called. You didn't say, hey, do you want to talk? Nothing. So he did about 3 times. And the third time he did it, I was completely and totally like rude because I had just got home. And you know how it is when you get home, you're trying to run to the bathroom. Okay. Most people, when they get home, they run to the bathroom. So I asked him to do my yard one more time. And he did a terrible job. All right. So I checked him about it. And he cussed me out over the phone. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't answer his call. So what happened was I asked him to remove debris. So if I clean out my truck, sometimes I have debris, sometimes I have leftover materials. I need you to get that out the way. And he sent somebody to my house while I wasn't here to move the debris, but he's supposed to haul it off. He didn't haul it off. So when I got here, the man was sweating like a pig and it was hot as hell outside. So I was like, what you doing here? So he let me know what was going on. When I called the man to check him about it, that's when he goes and left. He shows up to my house barefooted, y'all. And let me tell you where he's from. He's from Florida. So if you from the South, you know what's going on with these Florida Negroes, okay? Home short to my house barefooted. He gets out his car. He walks up my driveway, y'all. And I ain't never seen feet like this before. This man had feet like gargoyles. Like them toenails look like he could have created sparks walking up my driveway. Showed his ass at my home. Yes, barefooted, Nicole. Barefooted. Show his natural ass at my house. And I like, hey man, listen, I don't do beefing with neighbors. Please leave. And he looked at me. Now I'm a single black woman. He knows ain't no man around here. Yeah, he turned to look at me and folds his arms like he not leaving my house. So I like, hey man, please just leave. And he told me no. And I was like, I'll be right back. Y'all don't see my page. I was like, I'll be back. Don't you worry. I'll be right back. So I came back. And he was like, it ran and barefooted waddled down my driveway. So after that, I ain't see nigga no more. He say, hey, Flocks. He said, hey, Eddonis and chat, been a subscriber, usually in the bushes. What up, Foxy Blocks? So, bro, I don't see him no more until I say some months later. All right, some months later, I noticed the nigga sitting down in front of my house. No, wait, let me back up. I see stuff moving on my property. So I got a fire pit. I see cinder blocks moving on my property. And these cinder blocks weigh about 40 pounds. So I'm not finna walk no cinder block from one end of my yard to the other end of my yard. Just not doing it. He's doing it. And he's doing little stuff to make you think you crazy. Like I might come and be like, I know I didn't put that shovel there. I had that shovel way over there. He's doing stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. One day I wake up, Negro is sitting in front of my house with a red trailer. And I like to look out my window. I wake up, I look out my window. I was like, this nigga is sitting out in front of my house. What the hell? I didn't say nothing. I said, you know what? I'm gonna see how long this nigga gonna sit here. He said that for like 45 minutes. I was like, you know what? I stepped out of my front porch. He drives off. That's in one truck. In another car, he has a Jaguar. Sits in the bushes. And I can see, and these bushes belong to me, by the way. He parked in front of this area of my property that's wooded. And I can see straight through it. And I'm like, it's this nigga. Why is he sitting here? Now he lives in the front of my subdivision, y'all. He has no business. He has to pass his house to come to my house. That's what I mean by stalk him. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this nigga? So then he stops for a minute. But keep in mind, the time I'm telling you is we talking about months in between. So he disappears for a minute. We're gonna say this man stalked me for a total of 3 years. Cause first I thought he was just upset by me putting him off his property, but he stalked me for 3 whole years. And one day his friend tell me, he said, hey Eddonis, your boy asked me, is you seeing somebody? Now, how you gonna ask me if I'm seeing somebody if I done told you to get off my damn property? You know how crazy you got to be to think that you had a chance after that? And you married. Let's just add that on there. That you married. And why would he even try that? I said, it's disrespectful anyway for a married man to holler at somebody. And then the audacity after you done showed your ass at my house. Like it's two for one. No. So after that rejection, this nigga just started driving by my house. Just constantly. I mean, 2-3 times a day. And one day he follows my son home off the school bus. And that's when it went to hell. That's why I'm like, oh no. Yeah, no. So I went to his house and I cussed him slap out at his house. He says, and with them hooves, listen, the hooves. I went to the house and cussed him out at his house until you better not come back to my house. And from there, it got worse. The stalking got worse, y'all. I went and had to go do a TPO. That didn't stop him. We would this time last year, I was in and out of court with this man. He was calling the police to my house. I got videos. He told the police I pulled a gun on you. And they came to my house and tried to lock me up. And I was like, hold on. I got a video. Every encounter I got with him, I have it on video. Because he would just call the police and tell them I did something to him. Like the police had been to my house in 2025 about 10 or 15 times dealing with this fool. So I spoke to my therapist about it. I was like, hey, listen, man, I don't like being bothered. I said, this is a strange man. Oh, and when I did the TPO, you got to give somebody a name. I ain't even know the man's name. I had to go there and be like, hey, listen, what you do when you be stalked by a stranger? They're like, well, you got to give his name and his birthday. And I'm like, how you gonna give somebody a stranger's name and birthday? I don't know the man's name. I said, damn, what was his problem? He's old. This man, Nicole, is 69 years old right now. And when he was doing this, he started doing it at 67. We ain't talking about no young whippersnapper. We talking about old Negro. Old Negro. So my therapist said some people like the drama. Some people like the excitement. She told me he's not getting attention at home, so he wants to get attention from you. And I'm like, I don't know if he wants the attention that I can give. I say, because the attention I can give you is not the attention that you're going to be looking for. No, sir. No, just bye. So, we talked about that, the drama. This man here, not pimp juice. Child, listen. We got to talk about older people and what they thought. I guess back in the day, older men stalked the women they liked. I guess have you heard this story? Like, yeah, I followed her to school. I really liked her. I followed her to work. I saw that she drank coffee every morning. I'm like, do you know that's stalking? When I hear some women talk about that, and they be like, oh yeah, my husband every day he showed up with this cup of coffee. And I'm looking like, ma'am, he stalked you. uh, it's a nervous laugh. Tate said, not pimp juice. No. So yeah, some people like the drama. He liked I could tell when I cursed him out, he liked it. And I was like, you're weird. For me, if you're weird. If every time you see me and I curse you out, I mean the little glee, the little smirk come up on his face. I'm like, you're a sicko. Mm-hmm. Very sick man. It says, but yeah, that's crazy how somebody that old is stalking you. Got to be careful. Listen, he had to do this kind of behavior back home where he came from. Like I like, hey, bro, you gotta take this back to the swamps, back to Florida, whatever the swamp. I call it the swamps. Go back to the swamps with it. Have a good day. The alligator waiting on you. Go get the alligator. He said, where is he now? He still live there. He just don't stalk me no more. After August of last, not what it was about October last year, I ain't seen him. I haven't seen him, so he just eventually he stopped for a reason that I cannot say on YouTube. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I can't say, but he definitely stopped. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. He came to my house one day, and I was outside, and that's all. He said, but what is it that he wanted from you, like a date? Yeah, he wanted like some kind of date. And I was like, the fuck? No, you married and you old and you just wrong. You married old and wrong is just wrong. It's all the way wrong. And you don't supposed to screw your neighbors. You say, is he alive? Yeah. I saw him the other day. Not by my house, but I did see him the other day. I thought this crazy shit stopped at a certain age, and I learned that no, it don't. Nicole said maybe he had some mental. Yes, he do got some mental illness. This man here, oh my god, he showed his ass in court. This I gotta tell you, the show this fool put on in court. He did some. He said, "Cat that this fool put on such a show in court." First of all, this judge cussed him out in court. So when you go do a TPO, you do have to submit whatever proof that you have. He said, "Oh, okay, you cracking the fuck up." So you have to send proof. So I got cameras, and trust me, I got this man constantly driving by my house, tag numbers, him with his arm out the window, him driving on the wrong side of the road. It is wild work. So the judge is going through all this, and he started having his daughter stalk my page too. Like we're like it's like a family of stalkers I met, and I was like, y'all got to go. So the judge asked the girl. He said, "So she said, so you went to her Facebook page? It's his daughter." And she was like, "Yeah." And she didn't even realize that you are stalking me, lady. That's cyber stalking. The judge said, "Oh, really?" So this fool get up and he puts on a show. He bangs down on the counter and go, "I just want peace." After admitting to stalking. Now this fool got it in there and admitted to constantly driving by my home. He even knew my schedule, y'all. He was like, "Yeah, see, she always go to work and told what time I go to work. He told what type of work I do." Like this man was like weird. Like he knew more about me than I did. Mhm. So after he put on this Denzel Washington performance, and he tried to act like I was this he tried to act like I was this aggressive person. But he wouldn't tell the judge what aggressive behavior I had. And the judge said, "Can you tell us what did she say?" He was like, "Well, she cursed like a sailor." And the judge said, "Can you tell us what she said?" He couldn't tell them anything. He couldn't tell them nothing. I was like, "Yeah, tell it. Tell it. Like, tell the judge my horrible behavior. Tell it." He wouldn't tell it, but he admitted to driving by the house, and the judge yelled and told him not to drive by my house no more. Now they told me I couldn't get a restraining order because nothing violent happened. Weird. Weird. Now, but in other states, you can just lie and get a TPO. Crazy work. And you said not that it makes it okay. Hold on. Well, hold on. I don't miss some comments. Ah, he said, tell you with these old name, these pimp juice here. That's how you know the crazy ones when you show out at court. Definitely problematic. Yes, definitely mental health all day long. It said makes me think of the guy on Player Club hanging on Diamond Door. Yeah, he said, well, Nicole said, well, was he attractive? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Like you can't even trick nobody. That's a bad point. No, ma'am. No. I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but no. Oh gosh, no. I can't even I don't know. As a matter of fact, y'all, if y'all want to be nosy, the niggas posted on my Facebook page. I posted this and like, hey, this Negro right here is crazy. Y'all see him? That's him. If something happened, that's him. That's what I did on my Facebook page. And the customer said, that's not that it makes it any better. Tao Cho says, Nicole, I promise you, all the older people that used to try to talk to me, I used to be calling them names like not wrinkle balls. Tao Cho's and wrinkle balls. Wrinkle balls. Special K, what's up? What's up? I tell Chosen said facts. That's how it be. Not wrinkle balls. Oh, everybody speaking to Special K. What's happening? So, oh Lord, it them worse. Like, get your ugly up. Listen, Sheldon. If you from Atlanta, you know who Willie B is. Then that's it. That's it. I'm like, I ain't no 10 myself now. I'm all right. It just made me think, like, damn, I'm not as good looking as I think I am. Like, imagine like the police pulling up, you trying to explain to them, like, listen, I don't know this man. All the police ask, like, what's the nature of your relationship? I said, I don't know this man. They all looking at me crazy. I'm like, no, I'm dead ass. I do not know him at all. So, and there's so many women that don't lie to when you got somebody who really in danger, they be looking at you like, you're right. Like, I really understand what happened. Nicole Cat says some of them silver foxes be now, Nicole. I done seen some fine silver foxes out here. Now that hey. Hey, especially the internet. The internet be showing them. I really like, you know what? Where are you? Where y'all be conjugating it? With the silver hair, the silver beard, and they be them nice suits. Yeah, where I conjugate. Yeah, but you have to like the silver foxes, the ones that kept up with themselves that don't be looking bad. Yeah, them is the silver fox I'm talking about, the one that go to the gym. The one that go to the gym, got that nice silky smooth skin. They look young, they just got gray hair, and gray means wisdom. So they be on Instagram as a whole crew. That's the crew I'm talking about, Tay. I'm chosen. Them silver fox crew, the men with them nice suits and hats. I be seeing them. And they built nice too, real nice. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm in G said the pretty silver waves. Yeah. The silver waves, some of them you can tell they don't kept themselves up from their 20s. They got that nice skin, they got like a skincare routine. I be looking. I look. I don't look too long though, but I do look. I'm like, where I'll be at? Huh? I see y'all about 10 of them. You say, yes, they easy on the eyes. Yes, they very are easy. I also be watching some of the island men too. I'm like, hey, your skin glistening. God did a good job. I don't look too long though. I be like, what island you at? Yeah, but I seen them. They out here. They really out here now. The so what you about to say? Say it says silver waves and six packs. And it's not AI neither. Y'all turning up now. Y'all turning up. Listen, I'm looking like where these men's at? They 55, 60. You know what's crazy though? The older you get, the less them numbers sound bad. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I thought 40 was old. But now that I'm 40 something, I realize 60 not that old. You know what I mean? Like I be looking like, dang. Especially the ones that don't have that dad bod, they be like, you know what? Now I'm a mix though. I'm a mix of liking a little dad bod here and there too. Now I ain't gonna, now I do like to look at the muscles and stuff, but I don't mind a dad bod here and there, but it can't be too much, just a little bit. Cause I'm a big girl my damn self, so I don't mind, a little dad bod. I like them. He said, I need to quit. I forgot me. He said, I quit. I got me one that's 52 and I'm 46. Ooh, you get you. Uh-oh. Hold on. Nicole done got a silver fox out here. You know what? Though, when you get into your mid 40s, them 50s don't sound that old. Like you gotta think about it because you really ain't that far away. But back in the day, you used to about some yes. Do they act better? I just want to know, like, because I'm hearing horror story about some of these men in these 50s. Do they act better? Like, what is it? What's the is that? Oh, don't mind me either. I'm not perfect out, but I'm off the one. Hold on. You said you off the ones that look pregos. Wait, what like done is you like trick daddy? No. Now Trick Daddy was fine back in the day. Now I tell you, I'm Joe. Let's not act like Trick Daddy wasn't fine back in the day. He just not well. I think that lupus got him. But back in the day, Trick Daddy was he was handsome. I like your regular, your regular belt. You ain't got to be just like, chiseled or nothing, but your regular belt. You said laugh my ass off. That's what I'm saying. Ah, now I'm gonna tell you some of the guys that we grew up with, like some of the rappers I grew up with that I wasn't paying attention to, they got older. Like Method Man, I wasn't really paying Method Man no attention. He got older, and I like Method Man. You sure enough have matured. I like it. I like it lots. Nicole, Nicole said dad buys are great too. Yeah, I like a little dad bod. You know what I'm saying? A little sign. A little sign. I do. I like the chisel too, but a little sign. A little pudge. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He said, "Yeah, I don't like too muscular anyway, cause I know they be player from the Himalaya." Oh, shit, honey, all of them player from the Himalayas. The dad bods, the one that look pregnant, all of them. Ah, my biggest is like, okay, so I do, like I said, I do go to the gym. I do like it though, but my thing is, I don't want somebody to like overly. So like, it might be to the point of obsession. Cause some of the people that work out, like I would date someone that's like muscular, but I'm not into like bodybuilders or nothing like that. But I just want somebody that's in decent health. My like, you got your little problems. You ain't just getting ready to get up off the planet yet. Just might have a little high blood pressure, little something like that. And then stuff like that is reversible. Now, if you got something that's irreversible, I don't know. Some things are I don't know. Anything can be reversible. Well, he says, oh, he said, look, I got a mom bite. I can't just see that. I got me a mom bite too. That's why I was like, yeah, I got a little more cushion for the pushing. I got some handles that got love on them. You know what I mean? It's me either just a regular old dude. Yeah, like me a little regular schmegular. You know, you ain't got to be like a GQ model. Now, I don't mind looking at a GQ model, but give me a regular schmegular person. Somebody that take baths and take care of their family and stuff like that. Because I'm hearing these horror stories of these people that don't take baths. Ooh, yeah, they out here. Yeah, somebody that does regular hygiene and go to work, take care of their family, and not crazy as hell. Hear me out, and that's not crazy as hell. Because some of these folk out here is walking people that need to be locked away with a padded cell. So yeah, give me one of them. I mean, I've never dated a muscular guy. It's been a while since I dated a guy, but the last time it wasn't, you know, he wasn't like no six pack having. He was decently shaped. He said, "Yeah, clean nails, nice teeth, and good smelling breath." Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, just a little son. And a lot of folk got the income requirements too. Now I know a lot of folk gonna beat my ass about this, but let's take a lot like this. If whatever your income is, get the person that matches your mentality. That means y'all gonna make around the same thing. So that means if you ain't broke and you out here getting money and you date somebody with your mentality, then 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna make about the same thing. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. And don't date nobody that's homeless. I know y'all gonna be like, how is that? Very simple. If that person can't take you out on no date and they keep trying to come back to your house, cause that's my thing. Like, why you always want to come back to the house? Like, what about my house is so special? Where is your house? They're like, go outside. You ain't got to go do no big dumbass date. A little cup of coffee or something to do. Cup of coffee, a sandwich. Nothing too special to get to know somebody. You said bald head. Hold on. It says bald head man bun a lot. I like bald. I like bald. I've always liked a bald headed man. I don't know why. I just always like don't know no hair. Now, like the looking, like some of the guys locks, I like the way they look, but I've always liked bald. I don't know why I liked bald. I think I've always liked bald because of Michael Jordan. I don't know. It made me like bald. Mhm. Bald with a beard. I'm gonna tell you, this beard thing been in. Like the beard thing just didn't start recently. That been in for a very long time. Now I'm gonna tell you, you know what? My first celebrity crush was Shamar Moore. I don't know why. He was, it was something about him on Soul Train. Him and the Tyson Bedford guy. The Tyson Bedford, I used to have his little picture up in my room. Tyson Bedford, the model. I think that's my reason why I like bald headed men. It could be Tyson Bedford. Bald headed chocolate. But my son father not chocolate. Why? Yeah, I was like, oh, when I first saw him, it was like, especially when you young, you like, what planet he came from? Cause these boys in my neighborhood look nothing like him. Like, where he come from? Oh, Tyson Bedford. I mean, everybody knew him. I think every girl knew who Tyson was, especially Kevin Klein. You said, what's nice? I like low cut Caesar with deep wave, like Beyonce said. Woo, child. Hold on, hold on. This dollar sign on this thing is taking me through them. Hold on. Let me see. Let me scroll down to the end. Is I like low cut Caesar with deep wave, like Beyonce said. Woo, child. I don't like a lot of facial hair too, or taco meat. Not the chest taco meat. I don't like chest taco meat. I don't. Now I'm not gonna front. I do like men with hair on their legs. It's weird. I know I'm weird. But it's all about I look and see a man with hair on his leg. I'm like, yeah, you a man. I don't know if you're a caveman, use a man if you got hair on your leg. Yeah, let the hair grow. Give me a werewolf. Give me a werewolf. But the hair got to be straight though. Like, at least comb your taco meat on your chest. Like, I don't know, take a brush, comb it. I know I was straight. Or cut it off. Comb it or cut it. I don't know. Just get rid of it if you can't comb it. But yeah. Yeah, I think Tyson Beverly be more like bald headed man. I think him, Michael Jordan, bald headed, bald headed, bald headed, bald headed. You remember that song that came out earlier? Oh man. Now I'm gonna tell you one time my algorithm was on trash 1000. So when I went back in my closet, y'all, I made an announcement on Facebook, and all of a sudden my algorithm went straight to hell again. I started seeing all these men in hoochie daddy shorts and gray jogging pants is all over my timeline. It was weird. I didn't ask for that. I now went back in my closet, but I didn't ask for all these shenanigans. I mean, just men doing jumping jacks. I had no idea men was out here detwerking. Like these are, I have not. This is new for me. This is the most hip popping gyrating men I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, let us have something. Let the women twerk in peace, cause y'all twerking now. But anyhow, I started seeing this, but that's how I came across the black was it the silver foxes. So I started liking seeing the dudes in the suits, um, how they put their suits together and stuff like that. I like that. Um, I like some of the hats because I've been seeing like Jordans and jeans my whole life. Let me see some suits, some tuxedos, things like that. I started liking those type of male models showing up on the page. They complete the dress. I don't like the ones that's always in speedos and boxers. Like it's giving twerking. You said what? They'll listen. I call it twerking. When you look up and see the dude doing some jumping jacks and some speedos, I call it twerking. That's twerking. That's too much. Or the gyrating, the dancing, and the gyrating of the hips. I started seeing a bunch of that just on my timeline. I'm like, it's too much. It's too much dancing. I can see, like your Chris Browns and your Ushers. I'm cool with that. But just every Negro on my timeline popping to the newest doggone challenge. I'm challenged out. I don't want to see anything else. I'm good. But yeah, that started like, just seeing what's out there. So I like the suits. I do like seeing dudes talk about their career, like what they do. I started liking that too. Well, you can see what different, careers and things like that out here in the world. So I like seeing that. It's another guy I follow. His name is Jason. Now I do like to see the men check the other men. So there's a guy named, I think it's called Meet Jason, Mr. Jason. What is this? I think it's something with Jason. When I figure it out, I'm gonna let y'all know. And he really be like checking men. And I like it. Cause I just be feeling like online, men don't need to be checking women and women don't need to be checking men. I think each gender should check their own species. Because I feel like it works better that way. You said, oh, like Bobby Schmurda. Yeah, but yeah, like Bobby Schmurda. Now listen, Bobby Schmurda Foxy Vlogs. He happy to be home. I get it. But yeah, they do be twerking like that. It is weird. But he really about their life though. But it also for him to show, the dance or whatever, it shows that he's happy about life. But I'm like, if you get that in your algorithm, you're gonna see a bunch of men in hoochie daddy shorts and gray jogging pants twerking just like that online. And it gets a little overwhelming. I'm like, yo, I just saw somebody doing that same dance 100 years ago. He said, "I'm just yeah, I like Schmurder. Listen, Bobby Schmurder kept it real about what they were trying to do to him. Music industry wise. Him, there's a couple of other ones that just came out and kept it a buck 100. Because I really feel like entertainment has done some emasculations to our guys. Here you come with this free daddy stuff, Miss Prosperity. We gonna we're gonna send Prosperity 26 some baby oil. She gonna need it. Ah. Oh, is that what Tay is gyrating? Yeah, gyrating. That's it. They gyrating. They gyrating. Have y'all seen that somebody is suing Tupac estate? I don't know who could sue his estate. Who suing Tupac estate? Prosperity 26. Here you come with your foolishness. Tell us, Prosperity. We are already. Yep, I knew Prosperity gonna slide in here talking about she checked on did it today. Oh, she's not gonna go back to. Yeah, let me see who hell suing Tupac. The man been gone 20 damn near 30 years. Sue him for what? You know what? Tupac had all the ladies back in the day. Let's not act like Tupac wasn't a player. Tupac was a player from the Himalayas back in the day. He had beautiful eyes. And he was a poet too. Tupac definitely was a poet. Now that's the rap music I could get used to. That I liked back then were your Tupacs. But he let everybody know, like, listen, man, if y'all really listening, he let everybody know what they were doing, though. What they were getting ready to do to us. Like he really did. Like y'all should have been listening. When he talked about these special meetings, they had to get rid of him. Because he was talking about these special meetings. He would get ready to tell it. And it just got worse with time. That's all. They didn't want the people to be in. Like I said, Tupac was New York for real. Yeah, Tupac from New York and went to and his mama then moved to Cali. Yeah, Tupac was definitely ahead of his time, music wise. Because he was telling about some of the stuff he was talking about is going on right now. And they didn't want, to me, music was enlightening us. Let me see. It says in May 2020, a former Death Row Records producer, Daz Dillinger, filed a lawsuit against Tupac's estate. I wonder what happened with Daz Dillinger. He probably didn't get paid. Not saying that Tupac owed him money, but he probably just didn't get paid. That was his way of probably recouping. Because it was it was ugly back then too for the music. It was ugly back then. Let me see. It says Tay, yet some lady had him locked up for SA charge. I think she was lying for why wait so many years. Now, when it come down to, I guess, like a SA victim, I say you can't really say why wait so long if you ain't never been through something like that before. Now, if you talking about Daz Dillinger, that's a good question. Why wait so many years? But if you talking about the SA part, you really can't tell somebody when they should report such an incident that's happened to them like that. A man said Tupac told him he doesn't charge his people. We black. I wish I could have met him. I would have loved to have a conversation with him. Yeah, I think it would have been dope. But as you know, the people that try to enlighten, the community, they get rid of them. Kind of like Nipsey Hussle. He said the SA charge was in the 90s. Yeah, I was alive doing that. That's what he went to jail for. I don't think he did it either. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying that because of it, his looks, but nobody has talked about no woman has said Tupac has ever been aggressive or they haven't accused him of being disrespectful and things like that to women. So I just feel like that might have been just the setup for him. Now for some of these artists today, I can't say that. It said, "What do y'all think started the Tupac and Biggie beef? Did it? Because I don't think it was ever really a beef to begin with. Prosperity 26. Go watch that Diddy documentary. You'll see it in there. You're gonna see that in there. Definitely. Diddy. Did all fingers point to Diddy on that on Tupac murder. Because the man, what's that man named Keefer D? I think his trial this year. Keefer D snitched because he said he did it and didn't get paid to do it. Look at this chat moving. Boss Block said, yeah, that hurts me about Nipsey. All of them that come out of nowhere. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Nipsey music. I was a fan of Nipsey in general because there's a difference in his music and him. So I like to hear him talk. I didn't really listen to his music like that, so I can't even tell you no bars or no songs, but I really liked listening to Nipsey Hussle actually just speak. So for me, he was a speaker for me more than a rapper. Special case, if there was no real beef, it was called divide and conquer. Absolutely. Yeah, Diddy had his own little thing going on. Like, if y'all want to dive into some Diddy Diddler, woo, that man that really was doing some sacrifice. If y'all go watch that documentary, pay attention to his first sacrifice with them 9 folk at that not the stadium, but that what is that basketball place? It was a basketball arena in New York. And pay close attention, like a lot of folk to blow up and anything they got to give somebody up to become famous. So Diddy gave up by 9 people. And there's somebody always down around him too. So actually I call up to the prison and say Diddy is behind Tupac being gone and Biggie, I think. So they'll keep him in there. Hey, listen. 50, I think 50 got something cooking anyway by the time he get out. I don't think Diddy gonna get out as quick as he think he is. 4 years for all the stuff he did really ain't no time because he did a whole lot. But just pay attention, just watch and listen. Hey, Suge Knight definitely was evil too. Prosperity 26. Prosperity 26 said Trill and Side Party 2 wanted to fix thing with Biggie. Special case at the Ruckers. Teatro said, what you talking about the Rucker? Foxy Vlog said, I think it was a big misunderstanding. If y'all saw the movie, they did not have real beat. It was people around them assuming and wanting things to be cool about sides and verses, and they both were great. I tell you, like Foxy Vlogs, I think Diddy was speaking one thing out of one ear and speaking something out another ear and had them folk at odds. And then set up the fights and set up all that stuff. I think that man, that was a master manipulator. See real prosperity, yep. Prosperity 26. Hope not. Tell shows that prosperity, he was evil and didn't care. Absolutely. And get what? Now watch Suge in prison right now for the rest of his life. And Diddy conquered a jail cell. Yeah, hey, listen, Diddy might be the man where he at now. He probably enjoying it. Oh, Foxy, but instead of Diddy sitting them down, some older OG, he kept it going. Well, it wasn't meant for them to be sat down, Prosperity. He wanted what he got. Because Biggie was getting ready to leave, and he felt that he owned Diddy. Not owned Diddy, owned Biggie. So he had a whole lot of stuff going. like that. It's not that one. Somehow Kim Porter book got released. So if y'all can find that thing on YouTube somewhere, that's pretty deep too. That book that's supposed to be of Kim Porter's. Foxy, that's what it was. Diddy played a part, and so did Suge. Suge Knight reminds me of somebody I won't say. Foxy blog said exactly done as he came off as self-absorbed narcissist, and I used to like him. I thought Diddy were pretty cool too until stuff started coming out. But that documentary opened my eyes when he was trying to be like the big known people around. Like he really was mimicking people around him. He said, what basketball court we talking about? The Rutgers? Prosperity says someone on the internet. Fox Blog said, oh, for sure, Suge Knight definitely played a part. I think he was jealous. I think Suge Knight was in the same boat as Diddy, as not wanting to lose artists. Remember, Tupac was trying to leave as well. So in some of these situations, they probably felt that person was better off dead than alive to them. And that's crazy. Like these people been dead longer than they've been alive. He said, I got Prosperity said, I got a question. Y'all ready? Depends on what it is. Tam Joe says, Special K, that's why I said it's because I knew she had to be talking about the Rucker. Is it called the Rucker? Because I'm not from New York. Because I got thrown. I got thrown out for a minute. Yeah, if that's what it's about. Yeah, because I'm not from up top, so I'm just going by what I see. What is it? Special K say, tell you know what? Special K say, I asked her, tell you Donna's ain't answering us. You talking about the Rucker? Yeah, see, I didn't know I didn't know that's what it was called. I thought it was just a basketball. I knew it was basketball, but I didn't know like the name. So you would call it the Rucker. I thought you were talking about some kind of movie. I was like, what is the Rucker? I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Okay, we're in the same boat now. Foxy Blog said Prosperity. I mean, they was hanging out and he's handsome, but that don't mean anything. So who knows? Prosperity to say that is I wait. No, you didn't answer my $1 million question. What was the $1 million question? What's the name? Prosperity 26. Did I miss it? Do I need to go back in the blog? Retype it for me. Fox said they talk in New York and we don't understand. That's what I was saying. You said click on all the messages. Hey, Prosperity. If you don't retype it, I can't help you. He said, I got a question. Are y'all ready? He says, tell you know what? I'm trying to go back and find it. Let me see. Foxy. E done as I wait. Now you didn't answer my $1 million question. Retype the $1 million question. Prosperity 26. You said I typed it 100 times. Well, you asking about the Rucker? I don't know. He said one bitch retype it. Take help. Yeah, what is Prosperity 26 talking about? Talking about some no. Well, I can't answer your $1 million question. I don't know what you're talking about. It said Foxy because she said the big basketball court that is known in New York. So we already knew what she was talking about. It said it in songs. It'd be so lit. Yo, that's all I know. It's a basketball court. And y'all calling it a Rucker. And I thought y'all talking about a movie. Yeah, you speaking a different language that I know. He said, do you think Tupac yes. Tupac did smash Faith Evans. All the Ruckers and Harlems. The Ruckers isn't yes, he's Special K. I'm a Southern girl. I thought we were talking about a movie. I'm like, I've never heard of that. A lot of stuff went down at the Rucker. Oh, really? So it was known for that you know that all the people got trampled. And I was like, that's weird. And then the next thing you know, he had blew up online. I was like, yeah, you did that. Baby, I don't do all concert neither, man. Some of the concert, man. The folk be doing rituals. Hey, listen, I think Lil Faithful passed around, man. And I think I ain't gonna say she a victim or nothing like that, but I think she was influenced by trying to get her career off the ground too. Like the man was a master manipulator. Like he definitely was manipulating folk. He said every summer, something go down there. So Nicole Biggie was cheating on her, so she might got yeah. Biggie was dealing with Lil Kim. All this is allegedly to y'all. You know, alleged. He said, "Don't do Faith like that, y'all." She has. I mean, Faith is a great artist, very great. But hey, you know what it was for them folk to get in the music industry back then. You knew what it was. You got to do something strange to get in. All of them. Nobody was exempt from doing strange stuff to get into the music industry. I know, but you know, you try to throw a little legend out there. Little legend. Let me see, y'all. Let me see what else. He says, Special K, what time does it start? The kid got pregnant by him too? Oh my lord. She loved him though. Look, Kim loved that man. I'm just mad she didn't love herself and did all them surgeries, man. She didn't do all them surgeries. She did not have to do all them surgeries. Cause she don't need her daughter look like her now. Her daughter looking like her back in the day, but now they don't look what was it? Fox Blind said the ballers was still there. He was dating Charlie, married to Faith, and smashed Kim. About Charlie Baltimore. I mean, they had a lot going on. That sounds like a lot. Just drop an album and leave. That's what I mean. Like drop an album and go. We ain't gotta do all that. So the daughter look like the father as well. It said, "What's Bob's prosperity? Look, I can't keep up." What's Bob's prosperity? I didn't see Bob's prosperity anywhere. Nicole said, "Yeah, look, Kim looks a mess now." Yeah, I figure like that. Why you didn't love yourself? You were cute. You was a cute pie. Cute pie. You're the reason why. Now, why you do that? It said the tournament is in the summertime. Fly in and come through at Rutgers in Harlem. I'm gonna have to meet you there, Special K, because I don't know nothing about Harlem. You got to show me around. Take me through your city and show me around. Prosperity 26 at Fox said Garden too. Oh yeah. She was trying to do oh man, y'all fun tonight. Y'all fun. It said Taylor Jones said Mr. Papers that look him daughter's father. He be shows and everything. Girls be asking him to spit in their mouth. Oh. Ew, that's nasty. That's nasty. Ew. Jim Jones is from somewhere else, but he said his summers in the Highlands is going to be there. So that's a big thing. I got to look out for that. So that's a big thing there, because I ain't know nothing about that. Now I do like I say I got to take me around downtown, or the shopping district, wherever that shopping district is. Y'all gonna take me to the shopping district. I used to always want to go to the shopping district in New York. Special K gonna have to take me there. So y'all, I've been on live almost 2 hours. Somebody said that the baller's gonna be out. You think we can get a sugar dad out there? I'm just messing. Oh man. Say y'all, I got to pay some bills in the morning. I do have to go to work. I thank all of y'all for pulling up on me tonight, especially my new people in the chat, man. Thank you, Foxy Vlogs, for hopping out doing bushes and joining us. Appreciate you, T Real Prosperity 26. Tay, I'm chosen. Who else? Nadine, Miss Barbara. Thank y'all for pulling up with Gossip and Giggles for pulling up earlier today. Who else? I want to make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Special K. I think I called Special K. Nicole, what's up? Thank y'all for pulling through. Who else? So I got Tay, I'm sure it's another one. And I think I ain't think Taking Time to showed up tonight, but shout out to you wherever you at Taking Time to. Who else is my regulars? Prince said P for pulling up tonight. Giving my shots out, man. Be back here Thursday, because Thursday I am going to have some guests. They're right, Thursday. We having guests on Thursday. We are going to be discussing I don't want to call him a gentleman or nothing, but there's a guy in Tennessee. There's a white guy that has been hurling the N-word. And we're going to be doing some research and talking about the behaviors and amongst other things with my two special guests on Thursday. So come back Thursday night live. Thank y'all for pulling up on me. Bring a friend to bring a friend to bring a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Peace out. Y'all drive safe. Get y'all some rest. See y'all Thursday.
I'm laughing at y'all niggas. Yeah. Give it to me now. Y'all niggas real funny. Money Mafia taking over. Yeah. We clocking. I'm your perfect lady, riding that black Mercedes. Set up your nigga, got him saying I'm that first lady. Baby, your mouth is sassy. With a raising the dirty sauce. That soft like baking soda. I hit you with arm and hammer. I'm a boss, bitch. You talk shit, I walk it. AK, what nigga with the full clip? Things you dream about, I already did it. From the streets to cul-de-sacs, from dimes to pound bags. I'm bragging, but these are facts. I say, your head bobbing, I'm back. Man, you're robbing, I got these trucks knocking. I'm rolling that purple stuff and drinking that gray